Welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Today, we're going to explore the concept of designing a stunning flower bed in your front yard. Optimizing your outdoor space with a beautiful and functional garden design. When it comes to creating a breathtaking flower bed, it's all about combining the right elements to create a harmonious balance. You want to consider the color palette, texture, and form of the flowers, as well as the overall aesthetic you're trying to achieve. For a front-of-house flower bed, you'll want to choose plants that are not only visually appealing, but also low maintenance and able to thrive in a variety of conditions. Creating a stunning flower bed is more than just planting flowers. It's about crafting a harmonious space that invites joy and tranquility. Start by envisioning the overall aesthetic you want to achieve. Consider how the colors, shapes, and sizes of plants will work together to create a cohesive look. Begin with a thoughtful selection of flowers that suit your climate and the conditions of your yard. A well-draining soil rich in organic matter is crucial for healthy plant growth. This foundation allows flowers to thrive and flourish. Annuals and perennials both play significant roles in any flower bed. Annuals like petunias add vibrant splashes of color that can be changed seasonally, while perennials such as coneflowers and black-eyed Susans provide lasting beauty and structure year after year. Incorporating a variety of textures and heights adds depth and interest to the flower bed. Tall, bold plants like sunflowers can serve as focal points, while shorter plants like creeping thyme and sweet alyssum create a lush, layered effect. Mixing in ornamental grasses or low shrubs can further enhance the visual appeal, introducing movement and elegance. Design is not just about the individual plants. It is also about how they are arranged. A serpentine layout can evoke a sense of whimsy, while a symmetrical design conveys elegance and order. Consider how the shape of your flower bed interacts with the surrounding landscape, ensuring it complements the overall architecture of your home. Consider the amount of sunlight your front yard receives. Is it mostly sunny, partly shaded, or mostly shaded? This will also play a big role in plant selection. Some plants thrive in full sun, while others prefer the cool comfort of shade. Once you've considered these factors, it's time to start designing your flower bed. Start by sketching out your front yard on paper. It doesn't have to be a work of art, just a rough diagram will do. Mark the location of your house, driveway, walkways, and any existing trees or shrubs. Now, think about the shape of your flower bed. A curved bed can create a softer, more natural look, while straight lines and geometric shapes give a more formal appearance. Don't be afraid to use multiple beds if you have the space. A mix of larger and smaller beds can create interesting visual dynamics. When it comes to size, bigger is often better. Small, narrow beds can look skimpy and are harder to maintain. Aim for beds that are at least 3 to 4 feet deep. This gives you enough space to create layers and depth in your plantings. Now, let's talk about plant selection. Start by choosing your anchor plants. These are typically larger shrubs or small trees that will provide structure and year-round interest to your bed. Good choices might include evergreen shrubs like boxwood or holly, or flowering shrubs like hydrangeas or rhododendrons. Next, think about your filler plants. These are typically perennials that will come back year after year, providing reliable color and texture. Some great options include daylilies, coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, and salvia. Choose a mix of plants that bloom at different times to ensure color throughout the growing season. Don't forget about fragrant plants. Roses, lavender, jasmine, and honeysuckle are all excellent choices for creating a beautiful and aromatic entrance to your home. Now let's add some spiller plants. These are low-growing plants that spread or trail, softening the edges of your bed. Good choices include creeping phlox, sweet alyssum, or trailing verbena. Finally, consider adding some annuals for instant season-long color. While they need to be replanted each year, annuals like petunias, marigolds, or zinnias can fill in gaps and provide vibrant pops of color all summer long. Now that we've covered plant selection, let's talk about layout. A well-designed flower bed has layers, with taller plants in the back, medium-height plants in the middle, and shorter plants in the front. This not only looks better, but it also ensures that all your plants get the sunlight they need. Don't forget about foliage. While flowers are beautiful, they're often ephemeral. Foliage provides long-lasting color and texture. Mix plants with different leaf shapes, sizes, and colors to create interest even when nothing's blooming. Color is another important consideration. You could go for a monochromatic look, using different shades of the same color for a sophisticated, cohesive appearance. Or, you might prefer a complementary color scheme, pairing colors from opposite sides of the color wheel for a bold, vibrant look. A third option is an analogous color scheme, using colors that are next to each other on the color wheel for a harmonious, natural feel. Remember, your flower bed doesn't have to be all flowers. Incorporating ornamental grasses can add movement and texture to your bed. Herbs can provide both visual interest and fragrance. And don't underestimate the power of hardscaping elements, rocks or garden art to add year-round interest. When it comes to plant selection, think in terms of layers. Start with a backdrop of taller plants or shrubs. These anchor plants provide structure and year-round interest. Good choices might include evergreen shrubs like boxwood or flowering shrubs like hydrangeas. In front of these, add medium-height plants. This is where you can really play with color and texture. Consider perennials like coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, or salvias. Mix in some ornamental grasses for movement and winter interest. Front layer is perfect for low-growing plants that spill over the edges of your bed. Think creeping phlox, alyssum, or trailing verbena. These plants soften the edges of your bed and create a lush, full look. Don't forget to incorporate plants with varying bloom times to ensure your flower bed looks beautiful throughout the growing season. Spring blooming bulbs, summer perennials, and fall flowering asters can provide a continuous display of color. Color is a crucial element in flower bed design. You might opt for a monochromatic scheme using various shades of the same color for a sophisticated look. Or create drama with complementary colors. Think purple and yellow, or blue and orange. For a more natural feel, try an analogous color scheme using colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. Texture is another important consideration. Combine plants with different leaf shapes and sizes to create visual interest. Pair fine-textured plants like ferns or ornamental grasses with broadleaf plants like hostas or elephant ears. Now let's talk about some specific plant combinations that work well in front yard flower bed. For a sunny spot, consider pairing purple coneflowers with yellow black-eyed Susans and softening the edge with white alyssum. This combination provides a long bloom time and attracts pollinators. For a partially shaded area, try a mix of hostas, dilbes, and fern. The varying leaf shapes and textures create interest even when the plants aren't blooming. Add some spring flowering bulbs like daffodils or tulips for early color. You're dealing with a hot, dry area. Consider a xeriscape design. Drought-tolerant plants like lavender, Russian sage, and sedum can create a beautiful, low-maintenance bed that doesn't require much water. Remember, your flower bed doesn't have to be all flowered. Incorporating evergreen shrubs, ornamental grasses, and even small trees can provide structure and year-round interest. Mixing in some herbs like rosemary or thyme can add fragrance and practicality to your design. When you're ready to plant, start with your larger shrubs and trees, then add your perennials, and finally your annuals and bulbs. Be sure to follow the spacing recommendations on the plant. It might look sparse at first, but remember, plants grow. Another advanced technique is creating a pollinator garden. By choosing plants that attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, you can create a beautiful garden that also supports local ecosystem. Some great pollinator-friendly plants include milkweed, bee balm, and butterfly bush. Another trend is the use of ornamental grasses. These versatile plants add movement and texture to flower beds and look beautiful year-round. They're also typically low maintenance and drought tolerant. Monochromatic color schemes are also gaining popularity. By using different shades and tones of the same color, can create a sophisticated, cohesive look. This works particularly well in modern landscape design. Incorporating edibles into ornamental beds is another growing trend. This foodscaping approach allows you to grow your own produce while maintaining an attractive front yard. Consider mixing in herbs, dwarf fruit trees, or even attractive vegetables like rainbow chard or ornamental kale. Vertical gardening is becoming increasingly popular, especially for those with limited space. Use trellises, arbors, or wall-mounted planters to add height and maximize your planting area. Climbing plants like clematis or morning glories can create stunning vertical displays. Lastly, don't forget about fragrance. Incorporate some scented plants near walkways or seating areas to add another sensory dimension to your garden. Lavender, roses, and lilacs are all great choices for adding a delightful aroma to your front yard. If you found these ideas inspiring, be sure to subscribe to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.